but now you leaning into your situation. When you guys come in there, you're going to get the number one go-to people that I trust, that's integrous, that stretch you how to think a little bit different. Where I'm sitting at right now is at Legacy Business Hub in Fresno, California. All of you guys are Midwest and East Coast people. That don't have nothing to do with it. I'm showing you the card right here. Some of you guys is doing your basic taxes. You don't know the tax code. I'm telling you guys, y'all see the robots taking jobs. I just told you guys all of the people that got laid off with college degrees. And you going to sit up and wait to these people. Some of y'all managers is at meetings right now being pressed to cut the budget down. I'm not telling you to operate in fear. Operate in wisdom. And here's what I'm going to tell you. If you sleep in this season, waiting on somebody to knock on the door and rescue you, you're not going. I just got to keep it 100. We got way too much knowledge and skill set out here for you to be sucking your thumb. Now take a picture of this card. Make the appointment. Learn the tax codes. Get the experts to look at your stuff. Your follow-through game got to be on point. People not finna come back and you halfway filling out stuff. When people come in that Facebook group, the private one, don't answer the questions. I already told them, I'm not interested in a whole lot of people. They're not paying attention. I'm not finna do that. My years of scraping people off the ground and losing myself is over. You got to want better for yourself. Yes, we may have some depressing situations and anxiety and all of the things, but baby, bills are still due on the first. You go to Beyonce concert depressed with your shots of Hennessy, so pick what hard you want to deal with. Because the strong sister's not going to be out here working 2.5 jobs so you can lay up and suck your thumb and be pretty with selfies. We're not doing that, carriers. Some of y'all don't understand all of the different ways that you can save money and move money around, get your insurance policy set up. The young lady help you understand how to get these policies so y'all can break up with the GoFundMe. And then you mad because some other people learning how to save their money and you mad that they emptying out again to help you out with a GoFundMe. We all have hard times, don't get me wrong. You can't tell me about hard times because I live it. I have not arrived. You ain't arrived. Life is like this, a roller coaster. 1 minute you super creative, $1 million ideas, and next afternoon you feeling like a wet food stamp. Keep it real with yourself. But when we coming out here giving you resources, y'all take a picture of this. For some of y'all panicking about TikTok, get over the fact it is what it is. We know hard stuff. We've been very, listen, when my granddaughter made the thing, I never knew that they would pay me to go live. That wasn't my intentions. I have some links waiting on y'all. But because they had this subscription program and Blend and Blossom taught me, I've been getting paid every month on the 15th. Just for showing up. No intentions to do anything but to sow seed and invite y'all to the next process. And to show you how to do the same thing. Did y'all get the picture? And when I get up, later on, I'll show y'all a picture. So for some of y'all that don't know, you should be breaking up with your personal credit, get your business credit. Some of y'all need to go ahead and get your LLCs together. I told you guys. You got that? For some of y'all in the membership and study hall, Confidence Cafe, we going a little bit deeper. And we do micro wins. It ain't about doing 10,000 things. We take it one step at a time. For some of y'all waiting on your W-2s, your W-2s dropped. Your W-2s dropped. I think they have to the end of the month. You checking the mailbox and your emails. You in a state of panic. Sit your butt down and figure out what is it that you're going to prioritize. Because I'm telling you guys, I was with another friend. She teach people how y'all see all this faceless stores and all of these vending machine industries. We move it. She's in the front of that work. You need to be taking some of these taxes and lead it into how to get into the vending machine industry. Because y'all know in airports, y'all see the 7-Elevens and stores. You don't see nobody. You self-check it out. There's no human beings. Oh wow, you changed your name. Oh wow, she bakes too. You got a whole business over there. I'm gonna need you to get that business, take a picture because you just came in here. You just talked to someone about vending machines yesterday. Okay, so you on the inside. You already invested on the inside with me. I'm gonna give you a warm plug on how you can do that. And some of you guys can get the funding. You can get your stuff set up. I said we in group economics. I was raised under group economics. Your credit good. This one got the money. Let's partnership and make it happen. Right? But at some point, we take an action. At some point, healing has to intersect with elevation. If you continue to move your feet in terms of your elevation, you're gonna mentally start feeling better. It go together like ham and burger. All right. So I'm gonna show you guys my client who, let me see, because some of y'all visual. Okay, let me show you my client who, let me see, where is it at? I'm learning these buttons. Share. Okay, hold on. I thank God for y'all patient, intentional, focused people. You guys are amazing. Okay. I'm showing you my clients that is out here building out their digital stores. They going into Mid Journey making this book cover. They doing things on their lunch breaks, maximizing their time, staying out of the noise, shutting their mouth in the meetings with their intellectual property and staying focused. This other one, how I'm giving you guys the blueprint. Y'all see that? People out here using their gifts. This other one right here, oh, look at California. I hate going through there because I see picture. This is Pismo, California up the freeway. That was the first week of 2025. So visualize. Let me just go down that route. Facebook, y'all can't see it because we just do what we do over here. I am gonna miss TikTok. I ain't gonna even lie. And I hope they make another one that be in compliance with the people wanting some of their money. Okay. So that's Brittany's Loving Care Home Health Services. My 20, how old is my kids? She 20 something. She was born in 96. So y'all do the math because I forget. But her and my other daughter is working on building this out. The other one like to cook and all of that. So a lot of people that's aging, they're going through their surgeries and sickness and stuff. They need some specific meals, low sodium, diabetes, and all of the things. So they sitting at the table. So when they file their taxes and they have some returns coming in, you telling your money where it needs to go. You not sit there wait emotionally getting all excited and going into these Sheens and Temus and maxing out yet another outfit, right? Because your money start creeping away from you if you're not careful. So before you even start filing your taxes and doing the things when you're getting over here with legacy, go ahead and take a pen and a paper and write down some of the things that you need to handle, right? And then you start budgeting it out what you need to do. When we talked about earlier group economics, that means somebody in your network, they may have a strong business sense of something, and then maybe you have the gift of organization. You know how to get things organized. Maybe you know how to get the Google Drive together. Maybe you know how to make a Canva flyer. Maybe you know how to do the whole marketing. You got a good mouthpiece. Instead of you running your mouth, fussing and fighting, now you taking that gift of influence with that mouth and starting to make it as a marketing machine. Your other friend might be introvert, whatever y'all calling yourself. Y'all crack me up with that. But maybe your thing is getting stuff done on the back end, and she got the big mouth that could get out here, boo, the good information. Sit at the kitchen table, the living room table. When the kids go to bed, sis, your baby go to bed at 8 o'clock. Mine's go to bed at 9:30, back and forth crying for some more Cheetos or whatever they do. Put them babies down. And y'all have y'all elevation and wealth and wisdom set up on your Zoom. If they out of town, so what? Get on the phone. Say, sis, you real good with this. Putting people in the proper places. You don't need a whole lot of people. Because I'm telling you, when you go through that wave of wanting to give up, wanting to throw in the towel, you want to disappear. This sisterhood, that accountability, going back to this, going back to some of y'all need to go back and make a visual of why you got started, a visual of the things that you've gone through. The other thing is going back to the first week of January. This is where I messed around and learned how to use the share button, y'all, and I cracked myself up. That's the first week of January in Pismo, California. 72 degrees. So I want you, that's my oldest granddaughter, the youngest granddaughter, and her friend. So go back to some of the things that you can say that I want to experience this. I want to experience to be able to take, for y'all grandparents in here, you probably want to experience a little bit more time with your kids. For you guys that's not grandparents, you might say, you know what, I could see myself serving and doing some good things and helping people, but also being okay to help myself, being able to operate from wherever I'm at. For example, you in a hotel. You're not sitting up stuck in the cubicle waiting for people to cough all over you and have these little punk meetings that's really draining your energy, right? Stay focused on the big picture goal. You got to go back to the drawing board. You lost you lost your zest for life. Do you know there's so many attacks going on? Do you know every time I look up, it's a barrier? I want to serve in my local community, and I got to play political games with downtown about some fingerprints based on a criminal history that I got. I made a mistake, but that's not my identity. I'm not finna explain it. I told the people over and over, I'm not finna go on trial about something God forgave me for. I'm not doing it. Now, when I wasn't healed in that area, I was ready to fight and beat people down and call my brother over this mountain and do some things. But I had to sit myself down and say it's not worth it. So y'all don't know what people go on the back end to be able to build people that don't have medical insurance, to get out here and do the work that we called to do. But baby, that's not going to stop nothing. It's frustrating as heck. It's frustrating. But you got to take a break sometime. Because Black women, we wired to do pain to pain, hurt to hurt, to keep it pushing. And the body said we ain't pushing no more. The body is checked out. The mind is checked out. No, you can keep it pushing if you want to. But your body said, I'm not signed up for that. Period. That's why some of y'all need to go get you a hotel, lay your butt down for the weekend, go in hiding. For y'all married women in here, baby, we need breaks too. I'm sure he need a break too. You need to get yourself somewhere and lay down and relax. Get a massage. Come up off of this digital stuff. When y'all don't see me on here, literally, I tell y'all, I can't tell you when I'm going to go live because I don't want to be building it on a lie. I have a life that I have to live. I have to take my naps. I have to do the things that bring me joy too, which means going up to my kids, my grandkids' school. Y'all know these kids is dealing with different heaviness. So we ain't got time to be calling and talking to people over the phone at these schools. You got to pull up. That's why I'm telling you, the bigger picture is, do you want to have your own private school? You might not run it, but you got a friend that's got a psych ed degree, and maybe her vision is to have a private school. She'll be a heck of an administrator of it because that's her superpower. But what if you're in a position to write the check to fund it? Just what if? We talking about we have a dream, and we sitting on Dr. King's dream for way too long. but you operate in a nightmare of fear. It's time out for the hats and the marches. And oh, I'm off another day. Baby, it's a day on. Because our kids deserve you to get up. This, we're talking about how healing intersect with elevation. Elevation gonna cost you something. Healing's gonna cost you something. Because what we know to be true for so long has to be interrupted. And let's keep it 100. We used to what we used to. You know how you go out the front door and it's super cold, you got to run to your car real quick, or you got to run to the dumpster and it's cold. But isn't it a beautiful thing that that temporary run to get something out the car, you got a temporary chill and you run your butt back in the house? But this is what it feels like when you sit on your gifts and ability and tell yourself you can't go forward. It's that chill moment where there's no ending to it. There's no running back into the house with a heater. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. So imagine living in that cold state of being every single day. There's no running back to warmth and comfort. That's what it feels like when y'all sitting in that meeting right now. You taking everything in, the one in the meeting that's doing all the talking, but really ain't finna do nothing when she get back to the desk. That IT guy that's real weird and strange, that everybody bullying on him, but he have the biggest heart. But you on the bullying side of the office, running this man down. Whole time you could be networking with him because he know how to build a website. And on his off days, y'all get together, he could build your website out. Oh, but you over here with the losers, running this man down to the ground. And this has happened on my journey. Well, how did you get that done? Why do you ask? I'm not giving out stuff like I used to. Because people come to the Care Bear just for what you have. They have no vested interest to invest in themselves. That's not about them. That's about you slowing down and being aware of what you attracted. That's all it is. Our kids right here in this picture, they should never have to know, just like some of us don't know what it's like for our grandmama and them have to walk to church. Do you believe your offsprings deserve to know some of the pain points that you have to the point that they got to start from ground zero? I believe in sweat equity, of course. You got to know how to think for yourself. Mine's not coming up with a chat GPT that's going to take over your thought. You're going to learn how to leverage, but a robot is not finna. I would come out my grave. I tell them, I would come out my grave and get y'all if you're going to let some apps think for you. I could leverage the mess out of it, but it ain't going to replace nothing. We talk about where healing intersect with elevation. Out here hustling backwards. What are you out to prove? What do you owe yourself by now? You've been living it with yourself for a cool minute. What do you owe yourself by now? For some of y'all, you so hard on yourself, you don't believe you deserve nothing but to keep saying you're trying. The vicious cycle of attainment and the struggle to where the Lord put it at your lap. Your follow-through game is sloppy. Folks done told you to sit in your speaker one sheet to fly you over to an event. They're going to pay you 10 racks, but you scared to fly. Elevation going to cost you something. You bad because Uncle Bubba not finna drive you from California to Georgia because you scared. Baby, you going to have to face the boogeyman and the boogie woman if you're talking about elevate. What's scary is a lot of you guys sitting up watching the news, you watching the social media posts, people sitting up telling you how they got walking papers as of this week, college educated and all, laid off. And you believe it can't happen to you. I didn't say operate in fear. Operate in wisdom. So that way you can start putting some of these abandoned carts and delete them. Because if you was to get a layoff notice, do you have enough coverage sitting up for your basic bills? I'm not talking about the extra stuff you deserve. But you still ain't made an appointment with Legacy Business Hub. And Fresno over here in Facebook, I don't know what y'all waiting on. I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. We have so many amazing people all around us. But some of y'all will move to Mexico, Timbuktu, pay somebody over there. That's your free will and free choice. Do what you do. But if you kicking it around with chickens all day and all night, and you expecting an ego experience, good luck with that, sweetheart. Because you're trying to reinvent the game. And some things just is. You trying to start from ground zero. That's just like you working real hard to build a legacy. Don't have a blueprint to get a grandkids. And they got to start all the way over. And in the same breath, you talk about we need to do like the other cultures and get everybody live in one house and stack their money. And yeah, that sounds good. But what's your stacked situation and habit right now? It's not going to change when you move an old girl address. Because quick as you get it, you spending it. So don't come over here and play with people's emotions. Y'all don't understand the power of leveraging. Y'all, we understand it on the consumer side, OPM, other people money. You leveraging everything other people do every single day when you going through the drive-through. You know how to cook or make a hot link sandwich, but you tired and you don't feel like cooking, so you running through that drive-through. Why? Because it's convenient, it's quick. You want your kids to eat. You want to go home, take your bra off, take a shower, and do it all over again tomorrow. Some of y'all got house cleaners. You know how to clean up, but you tired. You leveraging their skill set, other people's energy at this point. So you know how to do it on the consumer side. But what if it's time for you to put yourself out there with all the skill sets you have? And you wonder why they're not taking your advice and opinions in the meetings with all of the creative ideas you have. And you taking it personal. Maybe all them ideas is for you to be putting out there, not to give it to them. Because that's your stuff, your intellectual property. I don't have time to learn something new. Okay, well, move out the way. I'm not here for you. Because I'm not here for the tired person. I'm looking for the person who's tired of being tired and you ready to go into triumph. Nothing personal. Nothing personal. I promise you it's not personal. Some of y'all people that's attracting clingy spirits, they believe you're supposed to be accessible to them 24/7. And some of y'all get so beside yourself, you go to changing your phone number. You don't have more fruitful people with your number versus the riffraff to the point. Sis, I'm doing real life stuff with these grandkids. That clingy spirit ain't gonna work. I'm not gonna even explain that to you too deep because I told you that already. I'm not in charge of your forgetfulness. I'm trying to get my memory together. What did you hear about the price of the eggs? They real high. Okay, you said that last week. Can we get some solutions about that, sweetheart? You really smart. If I listened to that all day, I would just lay up and be on 600-pound life, eat my life away depressed. Guard your spirits. Guard what you let in. Move in silence. People don't have to know what you're doing. Move away from the noise. Move away from the noise. You say you want peace, but everything about how you make your decisions, it breeds noise. Why are you taking your lunch break at the same time of all of these bitter people on your job? And the job say you can have a flexible lunch schedule, but you want to get the tea of what happened with the meeting that popped off and the email fight that happened. You just so committed to the tea, and it's poisoning you. Use that lunch break to build yourself up. Go in the car, start packing your lunch. Fresno, I don't know what y'all sitting on. I done told y'all about George Stevenson here in the community. Not only do he cook and meal prep over here at the local hospital, he got me together on him and Tessa, both two amazing people in Fresno. I don't think they shipping TikTok yet. But these people do this as a career. I can meet him at the local park and he have everything all packed up, ready to go. George Stevenson, Facebook, y'all in Fresno mainly. Go ahead and look him up. His follow-through game is unmatched. He start educating me on how to eat better to get my stomach health together. Get over here to Chastity Bellinger here in Fresno. Facebook, I'm trying to put y'all on. When we had COVID in the house, mama going through sickness and stuff, we don't be going to GNC pharmacy. We go to Chastity. If y'all ever met her mom and her family, everybody healthy in that family. Good health running their family. She not on no hype where you just jump on the bandwagon because that's the thing. That young lady is healthy. Her mama look good. She look good. Her siblings, they eat healthy. And they make you want to just put good stuff in your body. So I call her. I say, hey, you got the sea moss. You got the little fixings that she do. I literally DM'd her a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, hey, this little flu blood coming. Do you got some remedies? And if she don't have it, she gonna research it. Who do you have in your tube bill? And for some of y'all on TikTok, the plugs I'm giving y'all, the Lord has blessed these individuals to ship to you. They'll ship to you. They will. They have shipping days. It's a beautiful thing to do business with people that's called and anointed to do what they do versus people on the paper chase. People on the paper chase, you see them one day, they go tomorrow. They say this happens so bad. That's why I tell my kids, do not give me a gift certificate for no nail shop or anything. Because by the time you find your gift certificates, people not honoring it. It said it expired in 2025 of November. You go in there, the place done sold it to somebody else. People ain't doing business right sometimes. Because when you assume a business, and hopefully they did their paperwork right, you got to have a conversation about honoring the outstanding gift cards that wasn't cashed in. People don't care about that. They want a quick dollar. That's why they're not successful. They never, ever will sustain anything because they over here trying to make a quick buck off of people. They're not into building relationships with people. People are going through a lot right now. People fighting cancer right now. People got laid off yesterday and the week before. And February 1st is just in a few weeks. Rent is due. Mortgage is due. Now, mortgage, okay, you might get a hardship program and get a little bit of time. But nonetheless, it's still stressful. Your rent, they not playing with you like that. 3-day or quick. After that, 30-day. And some of y'all say you don't even talk to food with your family. Now you over here really struggling because you got to humble yourself and ask your sister if you could come lay up on her couch. And that's causing you grief because you've been Miss Independent Queen for all these years. And Lord is humbling you to be able to ask for help. Whole time she wanted to support you. I don't need nobody to support me. The last time I did that, y'all talked about, baby, you done forgave her from 20 years ago from that because you was being nasty to her too. And for some of you guys that's attractive people, they only call you when they want something and you ain't calling them on their stuff. Don't change your number. Because see, if you change your number and avoid it, the test gonna come again. I've been putting out fires. You know, I'm experiencing you to be calling me all the time when you want something. It would be nice if you asked me how I'm doing. I'm not always on the top every day. That's not my goal. I'm a human being. I go through. Oh, I'm sorry, but you're not even fully present to the conversation. So I'm finna remove myself off of this phone call. I don't care if they get off the phone and calling that Tasha on one. I don't care. I'm more concerned about me being healed, and part of my healing is speaking my truth. And if you tell me to keep it 100 and you can't handle my 50, that's on you. I release my truth, which is releasing anything that's keeping me up at night. This is why a lot of people miss opportunity because you putting out fires like you're a firefighter. Making yourself believe you need to answer the phone all the time for people. I know what it is. You anxious because you're running from the real deal. Now, y'all see the visual. Create your visual of what you need. This is a prayer warrior I was on the phone with, on TikTok with. Follow her on Instagram, Anointed Woman of God. Do you think she care about doing with makeup and all that? This woman is anointed. So when you say filling up your tool belt with things that you need to go from healing, intersecting healing with elevation. Because some of y'all sitting around waiting for this storm to go. You done broke up with Charles. And that's heavy because you love that man. You probably went half on some kids with him. But you making yourself believe that you're not going to get up and elevate because the situation got you on your knees. If the situation have you on your knees, that's just where you are. But tell yourself, at what point do I need to get up? Because the kids, we got to still get up for them. Life don't give us a pass to be depressed and laid up and heal and then turn around and pick back up parenting. Sometimes you got to dodge in the bathroom and try to use the bathroom in peace. So that's why I'm saying if you in that energy, but you making yourself accessible to your friends and your in-laws and outlaws and all of that, but you just said you tired, well, why are you consumed with other people that's pulling from you? Who's ready to go higher? Who's ready to get kingdom resources? Who's ready to get accountability? The accountability app. I'm not even on the phone with y'all. I listen to the things that you guys tell me and how you learn and what your schedules are. So we create an app, an experience of every single week having that accountability built into this mentorship and guiding you, helping you stay focused. I'm not an organizational coach by no means of imagination because that's not my superpower. Girl, please. But I can't hold you accountable. You come to the table saying this is what you need to experience. This is what we did at Holiday. I'm doing me. Y'all see that? I'm doing me. You can download that book, create your own book. But when you think about showing up for you, healing me to elevation, what does that mean for you? What does that mean for you? What does it mean for you? Break it down because we could give you all the resources. You can come over here, get your taxes, get your LLC, get your business license. You can do all of the things. And you can also be super tired, super busy, super spread thin. You make it to whatever you arrive to what the top means for you, and you find that it's lonely up there because you haven't gotten out your comfort zone to meet other amazing people that can relate and build your community around that. Why are you constantly building community around pain all the time? Deficits, fighting over the eggs being this and that, all day and all night. Where my project people at? Why did you lose your fire and your creativity when we got it from the ground? Like we got it. Y'all seen a lot of people make nothing out of something, didn't even have the knowledge to go, break into the tax codes and get your big. We came from that. I don't care what parts of the country you parked on. You can't tell me on some level, even if you was raised on the other side of the track. On the journey, what did you put down that you supposed to keep it in your tool belt and wait for them to spoon feed you a robot to tell you what your big mama told you back then? Because they package it up pretty. This is what we get beside ourselves. This is what you see. Pretty churches, pretty air-conditioned churches. But does God dwell in that? Give me a flat-foot church with no AC. If the anointing of God is in there, park me right here. So we dress up things and call it pretty because that's what you can see. Like I told y'all yesterday, they messed up on that remodel project, but to your eye, it was pretty, right? But when you look at it for real, it's a lot of cracks. So the resale on that particular situation is not going to render any fruitfulness because it looked pretty, but it's not sustainable. It just looks pretty. So some of y'all been dressing up, you've been showing up, girl, you washing your hair, cutting your hair, going to get your feet done, baby. You healing through this relationship, baby. You taking that job application and you turning it in this week because you're not intimidated to go up in your agency no more because you recognize you clocking into politics anyway. You start to move around and hang around more fruitful people. And here you are feeling bad. Well, I'm leaving them behind. I don't want them to think that I'm better than them. Your thoughts and their thoughts, you're not in charge of that. Either you're going to decide I'm going to be obedient because I'm all that in him. When they called your girl an inmate and God said you make an impact. Am I moving from drama to dollars so I can serve for real and be able to break people off that's losing their houses up the freeway from these California fires? The choice is yours. I'm telling the Care Bears now, hey, Miss Congeniality. I always laugh because I be trying to practice her name. Hey, Rose, you get what I'm trying to say? Either I'm going to be obedient or I'm going to be obedient. Or I'm going to be the one to tell my grandkids, at a time, grandson or granddaughter, it was this thing called the global pandemic, January 16th, 2025. Eggs used to be this, and eggs used to be that. And your grandpa was in a position to buy up all the eggs in the warehouse and go give them to people. Can we talk about the legacy of Dr. King? Or have we watered that down to just the day off? We talking about people that can't even rest in peace because they still slicing Michael Jackson and whether he did this or that. So it ain't no way in life you gonna escape people talking about you. You can't even die in peace, according to man, because these people don't have a life. So people that don't have a life, they make their life fixated on other people's stuff as a lifestyle. That's why some people, I just need to say this because I ain't got the lie to kick it. Some people finna struggle mentally when this app closed down. And I can tell you in my sleep who those people gonna be. That spirit that monetized off the vulnerability breakdown and the suffering of other people. Because you made money off the backs of vulnerability. That's just like the dope game. People got high off their own supply. You making all the money off the crackhead and feeding them the poison. Some people getting their consequences in life down and they not doing well. So people that really built crooked on the crooked foundation and took this app to the point, if I can make more noise and get other noise maker around something, ignore my kids, because I've seen it all. Babies coming to the screen, Mama, can I go play? Go. And I'm not coming at them. I'm coming after that spirit. Because everybody's scared different. You might be scared of something on me right now that don't align with you. But I'm mature enough to know the fruitfulness of why I'm here is more important than you believing that I need to move my eyelash around or take my little cheap hoop earrings off and put some diamonds on, baby. If I had it like that anyway, I just don't happen to have a desire for jewelry. Don't have to explain that. Get that all out your system. Because if that's irritating the person, they have a choice to kick rocks with their shoes off. If they don't, I fought the bullies in school, so I know how to fight bullies online. And I pick and choose because wisdom tell me I don't have to fight and entertain the fool. So what you holding back on what you supposed to be doing? Waiting on people, hopefully they won't talk about you. And that's what you telling your kids to go to school with? You ain't sending your kids to school because of a bully? Because they learning it from you. Now people going to their grave, they still talking about Whitney and trying to get down to the scoop of Tupac and Michael Jackson, did he do it? The media is suffering. The local news channel is suffering for news because everybody getting their media from social media and radio. I have friends with communication journalism degrees can't get a job at the local news. So what I'm saying to you, they getting real creative on trying to get you to tune in because they losing out. And people that's on the paper chase and vulnerabilities of people, if I can give you more panic because bad information move like wildfire to keep the money coming in, why you think they shutting down trying to ban these people? You think they really banning this app in the US because basically, privacy and all of the data breach for China got access? When you got this clown for to get pledged in, just got a whole felony around money laundering and kicking it with foreign. They want this person to sell their stuff and whoop-de-whoop, all the political games. We know this. And I love the fact that, well, let me just go back to the drawing board. So people who don't have I'm just going to call it what it is. People don't have integrity. They so hungry for attention, so hungry for money, so hungry for status, so hungry for, I want to be popular. That idiot, everything I want to follow me. And you don't even know where you go. Mismanaging the gift. Those are the people. And I could say that laying down, like really, like with this cup of coffee right here in my hand, with all confidence. They're going to struggle. They're probably up all night looking for another place to go. Because their core identity is based on what you believe people that fell in love with you. They in love with the noise because they unresolved. So messy people go find mess. Messy people date messy people. Messy people go on vacations with messy people. Sometimes they don't go on vacation, but they go on vacation in their mindset to sit up and fight and argue about the price of eggs. Calling the boosters back out. But the Lord stripping us down to the ground because he chastised those he loved. And the people that sit up here and guided people to the pits of hell. People out here want to end their life. So people finna feel like they a fish out of a fishbowl if they're not aligned to the purposeful, driven life to where, Lord, you woke me up. You got me out of a criminal situation where they wanted to throw the book at me. My covenant with you, if you heal my body outside this hospital or give my son or my daughter mental health back, Lord, I will serve you. Lord, I'm going to break up with all of these shady ways that I got. Help me because I'm not that disciplined in that area. And we go back to the same old disrespecting. And then you go buy a book and go to a conference and read about it, stuff it in your person. I'm going to do better. 2025 is all the way live. Live about what though? See? And for any trolls up in here, keyboard gangsters up in here, I don't attract them, but they come. Because when you on assignment, you're going to have riffraff that try to come. But some of y'all, as y'all moving on to your ministries and your business, how God is elevating you, and you understand your destiny is not attached to whether this app move or not. Yes, we will miss it. It was fruitful. But these are some smart people. You guys are smart. So every day down to, we lead it into Dr. King's birthday and his legacy and honoring all of the sacrifices. I pray that the person that came here and made and monetized off the vulnerability of people get delivered. And when you feel led to rebuild on solid foundation. If you can't help people, please don't hurt them. Because the one thing I know, losing a coworker to suicide, a doctor went on his lunch and took his life. All the bullies that bullied that person, they the same people that was blowing up my phone when it happened. Same people say you spending too much time talking to the person. He need to get his stuff together at home. And that's true. There were some boundaries with that. But I seen a hurting soul. And anyway, I went through the building to the place. I was like, you're not good. I could see it. And I don't know. I know that spirit. Like when you work in mental health industry, you see people start declining. They don't wash their hair. And even outside of mental health, just on the soul level. I said, come over here. You're not good. Like, what's going on? Some of y'all got some people with some heavy mental stuff that's living and sleeping and sitting up under you right now. And you missing out on the opportunity to minister in the name of after so many strangers. You can't heal them, but you can affirm and acknowledge them and encourage them and sow seed. Why you waiting for their life to crash and go to a therapist, go to this, go to that? You ministering to them right now. Your sister calling about her kids and they going through. Are you on the other line? That's a shame. He or she wasn't raised like that. That don't make no sense. He should be dating this. Oh, you forgot that you was 20 and cutting up, getting drug out the bars, exchanging bodily fluid, a whole free prostitute. I'm just calling it what it is. You was giving it up, wasn't getting paid, and you calling the other one a hoe because she got on boot. Like, come on now. We don't need to be fighting up against each other. So all of that stuff, and I'm finna get ready to close down, but all of that stuff to say, what are you focused on right now? What do you deserve by now? What is it going to take for you to acknowledge that you're an amazing human being? And Facebook, I'm gonna log off because I ain't gonna even lie. I thought I was off. But go ahead, I'm gonna log off. But I'm gonna drop the resources on you guys if you guys are ready to take the next step where healing meets elevation and a mentorship. Go ahead and jump on the website, apply, go on the journey so we can see where you are. We are the guidance that you want and the push that you need. Um, and it's time out for riding on the coattail of Dr. Martin Luther King's dream when God has put something down in you. And just like Dr. King had to be obedient, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? All right, Fresno, Facebook, this is where it's at, right here in your up under you to get exactly what you need by way of those business taxes, personal taxes, life insurance policies, which is a pathway to wealth, right? Don't say the old lady didn't tell you nothing. I'll see y'all later, Facebook. Okay.